Let's see. Okay. Should be live. Time to check. So I'm basically just going to try and stream the last hour of War. So that's what we're going to try to do. I was streaming a little earlier today, so some of you guys got to see that stream. Had a few good wars for that one, so that was pretty exciting. That was pretty fun. Let's see, gotta share this. This is decent. Just sharing this in a couple spots, guys. Let's see, so we only have about an hour left of War. I am right now waiting to get into the next war, hopefully. That's the plan, of course. So long as, yes, I'm still streaming. I always want to check just because, well, sometimes it just doesn't work for me. Technology, right? Okay, let's see. Should be able to get into this next war, at least that's the plan. I'm hoping to get in 2 or 3 wars or something like that before war ends. I can't remember with Blitz how long like you can start a war up until. I know with a normal like length war it's something like the 30-minute marker, but because wars here are only 30 minutes, I'm not exactly sure what the marker will be. Oh, there we go. Let's try to get in. Okay, so I think I started that war actually. Awesome. Okay. Jeez, we have so many roadmaps going on right now. I've been trying to remember to do the ones that are important and to leave the ones that, well, aren't. It's just a lot to follow. At least that's what I feel. What do I have cooking here? Huge bonus to AP on Mia's pistol and on Lily's defensive weapon. Looks like I'm putting elusive impair on it, or attack down when being attacked. So, still trying to figure that out. Oh, I was close. Congrats. Close enough. So, okay, so we're at 10 for 6 right now. I've only put up 170,000 points, so not exactly a big war or anything like that. It is a Blitz war, and we've been trying to cycle people in. Let's take a look. So Days After Rodeo has kept that 100,000 point gap for the past, I don't know, maybe 6 to 8 hours at least. So it looks like they're going to keep that gap. We're a fair bit behind Biohazard. Lethal Infection is 250,000 points behind us. Mayhem is 170,000 points behind them. And then it's, 270,000 point gap. So, quite a bit of gaps, actually. Which is kind of nice for warring purposes, at least. So we're getting there. I'm hoping that we get a good matchup so you guys can see. This is one part that I dislike, waiting for matchups. I feel like it should, well, I guess there isn't a mercenary thing for this Blitz war, but Blitz war is only 6v6, so I feel like it should be a lot easier to find matchups and stuff. So I kind of wish it went faster. And as I mentioned before, I really like the additional missions The downside, I think at least, is that, like, let's take a look. Attack 250 war camps. Like, I'm completely done that. War sieges will take longer just because it's, like, how your faction does. And what ones that you're in for, so that includes being a reserve. Winning war battles, so I'm only at 400. I would like to see my win-loss ratio, to be honest. I think that would be very telling, and it would help me kind of figure out on which teams I struggle the most on. I'm excited, though, to get that 70,000 armory tokens. Some varnish. Lots of goodies. Here, 40,000. Some cans. More armory tokens. Grease. But this is what I really want. 5 Bernadettes and 5 platinum mods. That's a real treat right there. That's something I really, really, really want. So I'm hoping we can keep pulling out some wins to help that along. Let's see. Some interesting leads. Some, like, I haven't seen, an angel lead in a while. When I see an angel lead, I use this attack team. So Cole is going to be... Let's see. There we go. Killed on the first turn. So that's kind of what I want to do. What I'm going to have to do, really. So I'm focused. Oh, and I killed multiple, but I was just going to say, like, my princess has attack up when taunted, which works really well when I'm focused. So that shouldn't be that big of a problem. I know I talked recently about some of my attack teams, and I'm still working on doing some more breakdowns on them so that other people can understand, like, why I use specific tunes in certain positions, as well as the mod choice and the weapons. Because even if you copy the tunes of some of my teams, it doesn't mean it's going to be as effective as how I use it. Only because I choose my mods very carefully. So my teams are used under very specific circumstances. So you have to have an idea of what the meta is, and if you have to, like, use overlapping tunes, what are the priority mods that you need on them. I think that's probably one of the hardest things to understand, and to know when to use what team. Like, I know that I struggle with that myself, where it's just really difficult to know which one will give you the highest % chance of winning. Okay, so match is about to start. Okay, 3, 2, 1. Go Rocket Abe. Again, I pulled a lot of tokens on the Eagle token wheel to try and get Rocket Abe, because I heard that a lot of people got 1, some people got 2. So I was using some coins to get some free pulls off of that, and I just wasn't lucky enough. Okay. So we're going to grab this tower, and then we're going to hit General B first. We're actually going to place a team, because that'll help with personal points. Wait, there's the star. I'm going to use this team. I've been really liking using my Kate. I've just found her to be really effective this war on a number of different teams. So, like, that attack up, the focus, the multi-turn healing, it really just works well on any team. She is one of the best, if not the best, 5-star tune in this game, and is definitely, like, my favorite. So you can see that in some matches I don't check mods or weapons, and some of that just comes from knowing what characters usually have and taking an educated guess. So if you can take that educated guess, or recognize, like, Leopold has a 100% absolute defense weapon. So knowing what a weapon looks like can go a long way. And then mod-wise, sometimes you just have to take some chances. And those chances, they can be risky, but they can also be super beneficial. Okay, let's see. And yeah, I can auto that. Oh, I thought I had it and I missed it. That's unfortunate, really. So it took me an extra turn and extra time, and really in a lot of matches you don't have that time, so, and I just used the wrong team. Okay. So this is going to be me trying to recover from that. Let me see. Active skill. Attack. You can see that the towers are actually helping here because there's a high amount of bleed damage. So Wangfa's going to bleed out before I bleed out or take any real damage. We're going to use the Kate team. Going to make sure that Frost attacks, hopefully, because if Frost shields, it means he has a 50% defense buff, and you can see that actually on him. And that is not what you want, because the more defense a toon has, the less damage that they actually take, so removing that is of utmost importance. And again, what's nice is with some of these bound weapons, because we all know the cost of the cost of weapons, we can kind of decipher like when a toon is going to have a weapon swap or when they're not. Like Aaron would be a tough one to get a weapon swap for. It would be pretty expensive. Mainly it would be expensive, and they might bleed out. Yep, so they just bled out. So these bleed towers are pretty effective. When you have almost all of them, at least, they can be pretty effective. Okay, and there might be a tower that I can take. But yeah, so the bleed damage can get pretty high over multiple turns. I know some people have been using, a bleed team on attack, which has been effective in this war, absolutely, because if you're starting off with 1600 bleed, you can double that, you can triple that. There's so many ways to just make that bleed an incredibly larger number. It just compounds quickly. So you just got to be careful. Personally, I'm not a huge fan of the bleed towers. I'm not really against them either. They're kind of just there. So it is what it is. I really hope that I can keep this second position. I would really like the raid can, but we'll have to see because something sugar might end up passing me, or the person behind Schmierdock might pass me too, so we'll see, because I would really like the raid can. It would help me out a lot, but obviously that is out of my control at this time. Okay, so kind of just waiting. I don't know what's being said. Oh, just for pun to get into the next one. Someone's internet isn't very good at this time, but I get what that's like. Throughout most of the week, my internet's pretty bad when I'm helping out my grandparents. The waiting game is always the worst part. Always the worst part. Sometimes against some of these factions, I feel like the backdoor method should be used, or the mirror method, because that way you can more efficiently destroy an enemy faction, at least faster. Hey Pedro. Oh, 30 seconds, but I bet you if I go to hit them, the match will be over. Oh, and if I do, then... Oh, no, I shouldn't. Oh, sorry guys, that was probably super loud. I dropped my phone. So sorry, whoever has headphones in and stuff. That was bad. Yep, that was bad. Apologies. Thankfully, I don't think that there's many people watching this stream, so for once, I'm very, very, very thankful for that. Let's see. Let's see if we can get this match over with. Do we get the points? We do. Oh, so I took first. I didn't want first at all. I didn't think those points would take me over Dreddy. So let's see, what are we getting for third place? Because I know the war rewards have been increased. So 45 war token pulls, so that's pretty good. 5 and 5. And then 19 of these, so that's either, how's my math doing? 19, well, 20 times 50 would be 1,000. So 1,950 of the first cards, or, oh man, let me see. 20 by 40, 800 minus 40, so 760 of my next cards. So that's not bad. I'm not really looking at the 20 cards worth because it's just the value. So let me see actually, because I know I've been working on Mateo. Slowly but surely I've been working on Mateo. So what did I say, like 1700, or sorry, not 1700, like 700, so almost 800, so I'd be close. I'd be kind of close to getting my second Mateo, so that's not bad. No, thankfully I did not fall. If I fell, you guys would definitely know. Okay, so we got people in, so that's good. Okay, so I am hoping that we're going to get a good matchup. I know Pun needs his milestone still, so I hope that we pull someone where, you know, both sides are actually scoring. I know how irritating it can get on either side when it's too lopsided. It can be very difficult to find some, you know, like some even matches. Come on, match us up. I want a quick match right now. I'm hoping we can get 3 wars in. That's my goal. 3 more wars would be really nice. I know that's kind of a long shot, but it all depends on, you know, how fast our match actually goes, how long it takes to actually match up with someone. And then how long the game lets us match people for. Let's go. See, I want to get my position a bit higher for here. Like right now I'm at 88,000 points. And maybe it'll load. So I'm about 12,000 points above the cutoff line, which I don't think is enough because, as I mentioned, my arenas is dreadful. I finished 158th. Yeah. And I have 1 ticket for old school arenas. A single ticket. So it's going to be a rough one. I know I'm going to lose out on a lot of points there, so I'm going to have to put up quite a few, well, not quite a few, but I'm going to have to put up more for more. I wish that there was more of an opportunity to do that with some of the other events and stuff, but it's just, being a free-to-play player, you really have to pick your battles. You have to be very aware and mindful of what you decide to go for. Okay, so Afterlife, I'm gonna go Toll Booth first. 5-turn tower. I could also go Excavator, which is down there. But we're gonna go with Toll Booth. Okay. Hold on, let's actually take a look. We'll take a look at what they're running. Mercer lead, Mercer on Mercer. It's a fast rushing defensive team. This would be the type of team you could also just run, what do you call it against? Payback tunes. And it would be really effective because Mercer would trigger them, Priya could trigger them. there's a lot of tunes that could trigger them. Here we'll use this team. Good choice because of Trader. I'm okay if Pete goes off. I don't want Krista though. Active skill. We're gonna rush that line. Going to, attack and rush and hope that, yeah, we can kill him. There we go. So that's not bad. Active skill. Attack. Stop here. Attack Priya. Increase attack, rush the line, command, normalize and taunt just in case it's needed. Rush, and that match is over. Let's see. We're just going to kind of systematically go through some of these teams just because I need some of these trophies badly. So to me, it's worth it. For a lot of people, it won't be worth it, but this is what I need to do to potentially move up in leagues. Again, I say potentially because I don't know for sure, but I want to put myself in the best situation as possible. And I know a lot of you will probably say, well, there's a raid tournament after this. But with a raid tournament, yes, there's a raid tournament, but the chances of me doing really well where it makes a difference, even if I had as many cans as I did to start, I had, I think, 22 cans to start, and a can just dropped for me, so that's kind of positive. It doesn't always happen for me, and I messed that up. I needed to target Priya, so I might have lost this one here. I'm gonna rush here. No, my Priya is able to clean it up, so my Priya hits really hard, as you guys see. And I still have a few seconds before I have to hit the toll booth. So that raid can that I ended up using, I ended up getting it right back, which was nice. And I still got the trophies that I needed to move up a little bit. Again, I want to have a 15k point gap between myself and the bottom not the bottom, and the cutoff line would be nice, but I know it's not realistic because my arena trophies are being factored in, and I didn't do well in arenas, so it's going to have a pretty significant impact, I think. Oh, raid can dropped. I guess I'm leaving that team in. That's my bad. I didn't mean to, but not going to change it right now. Okay, you're gonna rush. You're gonna give Priya her rush. That did not work out well. We're gonna rush here. Active skill. We're gonna have to attack there. Basic attacks. We don't want Dr. Stevens to go off right now, because if he does, he is definitely going to potentially kill my team, so not advisable. Active. Oh, so we have all the towers, as you see, based on the 1,625 bleed damage to the enemy. We're going to just use that active skill first, then we're going to put it on auto and see what happens. Yep, there we go. So when you know your team can hit really hard, you can kind of just let it go on auto after the first turn sometimes. But it all depends on the tunes you have and how you have them modded, and the other capabilities. So right here, I'm making sure that I rush Frost, for example, because I have that that attack up when impaired. So right there, that was a big mistake by me. I ended up really messing myself up. And I'm gonna hope that I can fix it. Nope, so I gotta flee that. There's no point in me sticking around and letting Frost revive again, so that's called me being careless. So I had confidence, but I just had it in the wrong place that time. So I lost out on some points there just because of, my own stupidity, really. So I'm gonna rush on Pete because I see the whatchamacallits already, the camouflage. And if I don't target Pete, it means he won't receive any damage. So that's why Angel didn't receive any damage, because she had camouflage. So I like to target one of the toons with camouflage in that case. Oh, shoot. Oh. Okay, this is super annoying. This is not a good case for me. Okay, at least I killed that line. I'm still confused, but we can kill there. Okay, so I get really annoyed when I make, I'll say stupid mistakes like that, because it ended up costing me time, it cost me a toon. Again, I just picked the wrong toon to control, so it happens. Unfortunately, it happens. So I'm just losing extra toons because I'm being careless. I'm not very pleased with myself, and I should have pulled my team out of that one tower, just because now we're on a cooldown for a bit. Yeah. Yep, we're in a cooldown. Oh, and that's my trophies coming in, so hopefully that means other people's as well. So 91,000. Oh, 91,000, so I'm 11,000 ahead right now. I would like 4,000 more points ahead, and that way I feel like I have a bit more of a cushion with the Champions Arena coming up. And because I only have one ticket for the Champions Arena. There is a raid tournament that is going on that will affect the standings as well. But I'm hoping that by creating a gap right now, I might be able to, well, outlast the other people. I'm just trying to get ahead into Diamond 1. There's a war, I believe, next weekend, so I'm hoping to use that to potentially get to, well, to carve my way to Diamond 2. And then I'll have 2 weeks to make it to Diamond 3. And that's where the Paragon mod is. So I'll be really lucky. It's been a grind for sure. And it's going to be an even harder grind because I think the math that I worked out before, it's like 0.3% chance of actually making it to Diamond 3, which is a ridiculously small number. Hi Alpha, welcome to the war stream. And hello everyone else who's watching the war stream as well. We're just waiting at the moment. Yeah. I have like 44 seconds on that. Oh, they took a tower. Which one? This one. So 30 seconds-ish. 30 seconds-ish. We'll take the hit here before we take the hit on the tower, that's for sure. And we will play smart this time. Let's see, weapon-wise, heal 10% per each debuff. Okay, interesting. So, Priya is definitely an open target, which is nice. So we should be able to get this hit in, I think. Let's play smart. Attack there. Okay, rush, basic attack, rush, command. Oh, can't use an active skill, my bad. Didn't realize that Priya had dazed my princess, but got the kill in. Oh, and I guess we took that, we took the tower back. But I got the kill that I wanted. And we're kind of just waiting on one more hit. Just waiting on one more hit. When was the last time? Oh, I got a defend. That's kind of nice to see. Oh, war was declared. Oh, geez, I'm definitely going to miss it now because... oh, actually, I got in. That's pretty lucky, but I was pretty sure I was going to miss it just because I was hitting every single wrong button that you could think of. Yes, a 24-hour war. It's incredibly annoying because they put in some decent milestones and stuff, yet people aren't able to really like get in, you know, like these are some pretty decent milestones to have, including these total war tokens, because this total war wheel, this stash, sorry, it refreshes itself once you open it, and every 5 opens, you get either 25 rotten heads or 100 war tokens. So I've pulled some food bags, I've pulled some gear, and I've pulled some trainers. So I'm pretty happy with that so far. It's kind of nice to like have this consistently, well, refresh for you. So at the end of this war, I'll have 45 more open, so I'll be 5 open short of the whole stash, and then it resets. And then we have all these war missions and stuff. Hopefully I can get to this one, get the 70,000. I won't be able to get to 550. 450 will still be pretty high. Okay, so I've been knocked down to 49th now. I feel like as more people log on, I'll move back because their points and stuff. You need a defense team with Mercer. I can try Alpha. I'm not sure what tunes and stuff you have. I'm pretty sure everyone's seen my defense already, but this is what I'm running. It's a pretty basic defensive team. The only real damage dealer is Mercer, and that's because I don't want people using payback tunes on attack against me. I'm using Sheila because she's a reviver. Active skill recovers heal reduction. When she rushes, she revives, heals. Frost, tanky human shield. I'm hoping to make him tankier, and to do that I'm going to have to get some trainers into him and then upgrade him. Georgia, I would also like to upgrade her. She's a great defensive addition to my team. I'm really excited to have her. And then Angel's there to help with the exhaust, to apply that exhaust. She's not like my first choice character to have there, but she's kind of like one of the only ones I can have there. Oh, it's all good, Pedro. We do what we can, right? Especially when people are working and stuff. It's just, war makes it difficult. Like 24-hour wars, I don't like them, only because I feel like it's unfair for people, and with it being 6v6, is it really realistic that everyone can get to their milestones in such a short amount of time? So, that's just how I think about it, at least. Also, it looks like I actually just snuck in there, like a couple spots above the bottom. Oh, yep, dropped to 50th. I really hate waiting. I hate waiting. On a positive note, this level up, I'm guessing our faction's going to win it, which means 50 aces, and I've done the math. I should have exactly enough, because I'll finish off my jacks and my queens over the last 2 days of this event, and I should have enough for one last thing of 50 royal fleshes, and I can hopefully get, I'm going to get like the 50 basils, I think, because the trainers are something I desperately need. I definitely need gear and stuff as well, but a lot of it's like gear RNG bags, so I don't like that it's not a guarantee of getting exactly what I need. It would be more of a guess and a hope, and I don't believe in my luck that much. Yeah, like this isn't bad, but that costs 100. Like this, there's a 100% chance of legendary gear, but you just don't know what you're getting. I would probably get the basils because I have quite a few war cans right now, so I'm happy with that. And I don't want to, I can always use war cans, but I feel like I can use the trainers more, especially for level up events. Hola, Brazil. Oh, let's see. Anyone have... That's nice of you. Thanks for the drop defense. I should probably drop mine too, to be honest. I'll try to do that just before the end, or just before the start. Let's try. So right now I'm farming trophies. I'm farming trophies and also trying to get a raid can to drop. Kind of really need them. The trophies, that is. The raid cans, I'm kind of settling that this next tournament isn't going to be my best, but I'm okay with that. I would rather make Diamond 1. Oh, and there's that raid can drop. So I just made back the raid can that I used, which is going to encourage me to use another one because this is a drop defense and you don't see a ton of them. So you try to use what you can get. I know some people drop their defenses at the start to kind of hide their team, which I totally understand. Like there's a lot of people I know who do that as well. My defense isn't good enough to do that, so there's no worry or fear of that. And I stream and, showcase my teams and stuff anyway pretty often, so it's not like people are seeing any surprises. Didn't get a drop. Didn't get a raid can drop, but I'm still going to use an energy. Next weekend we have a war anyway, so I'm hoping I can top up on some war cans there, or some raid cans there. Okay, I didn't mean to switch teams like that, but that's okay. Okay. So I won't use any more cans after this because there's only a few seconds, like 30 seconds left anyway. Where's that 5-star team I can put up? Yeah, I'll put up this. I'll give them a hand. TB. TB, but not tuberculosis. So yeah, I know a lot of people use scouting to put their rocket Abe at the start. I use it just to gain some extra trophies when I'm falling behind. I feel like it's something that Scopely will eventually adjust, because they already adjusted how many trophies you can get in raids as well as territories. But until that happens, I'm going to use this strategy when I need it. I think I was at like 91,000 points maybe, or I don't know. I was at a number of points before this war, and after this war we're going to take a look to see how I'm doing. Okay, so that's a drop defense. Yeah, I dropped for them, and they're dropping for us, so that's kind of nice. Let's see here. This one's up, so I'll actually hit a defense that's up. So we have all the towers right now. That's a lot of bleed damage. That might actually take out Xander. Nope, very close though. Very, very close. Active skill. I always like using, commanding Princess when I can, because even if she can rush, I like using her, her control. So just following up and being able to control is super important to me. You know what? I can actually not do anything and I think they might die. Yeah. So that's kind of funny. So I'm just gonna hold off. I might actually abandon this stronghold because I might still be alive to take it again. Probably not, but that's all right. Near the end of war anyway. It's going by quickly. Help people get their milestones if they need it. I don't even know where Nemesis is placed right now. They're in 11th. So they're in... Okay, so they're just outside at 10th, which would be a different set of rewards, but they're 100,000 points behind, and they know they're not going to get it here, that's for sure. I don't think they're going to make up that 100,000 points, just as we're not going to make up the points behind Biohazard, and I don't think Biohazard's going to make it up on Dar, so it's all good. You know, it's all good. Oh, and I'm dead. So not a big deal. We're gonna take a look. So I went from 50th up to 43rd. I have 95,000 trophies now. So you can see that was pretty impactful. I have that 15,000 gap at the moment. Oh, does that mean I made the 800,000? I think, yeah. So I have all my season trophies now. And let me see, there is... Show the weapon of Dr. Stevens. Yeah, I'll show you my Dr. Stevens weapon as soon as this match is done. I just want to be able to queue for the next war because we are very, very close. We are very, very, very close. Okay, I actually need to do some math to figure out which cards I'm going to go for from the war crates. Like, I feel like I'm probably going to go with... I might go with Rosita just to kind of finish her off, but at the same time she's in the battle, like the season pass, the battle pass thing. So I just need to check to see how many battle points I have to see if it's worthwhile to invest my war tins into her, or to invest them into like Mateo, for example. He's someone else I was thinking about. I know I have a number of crates for Rosita already. So right after I can queue for the next war, I'll show you guys where I'm at with her. And I'm definitely not going to level up her active skill as an S-Class toon. I think one of the other things I was considering was using my battle points to pick up 5-star ascendable Rosita from there. Like, not right away, but then save my cards for the S-Class version. Because I think I've only picked up one 5-star ascendable version of Rosita so far. Okay. There's probably like 4 HP left. There was probably a reflect damage weapon that got someone. Okay, perfect. We can't even get another war. 30 minutes left? What? Oh, that's so weird. Okay, never mind, guys. I didn't realize that would be the last war. Can't believe that was the last war. Really can't believe that, so... that's annoying. Let's see, so I actually have 1,700 cards for Rosita here that I'm thinking about using. Or what's 17 times 60? Well, 600, and then 7 by 6 is 420. So now we have 420 and 600, 1,020 cards for the gentleman, or 1,700 Rosita cards. Let's take a look. Where is Rosita? So yeah, I've gotten one 5-star of her already. 1,700 would put me at 2,880. 2,880, and when we go to the black market, go to the battle pass, I have 1,000 battle pass tokens, and I already have Gal. I don't really want to get Rolito or Rolito's cards, so I think this would be the best deal for me, and then I would want to save my cards, because I think that I'm just going to get Rosita with these battle tokens, battle pass coins. That to me makes the most sense. Let me see. And in war, let's take a look. So in war, we're in 3rd, so we are going to get, what did they say, 20 by 50. That's 1,000, so less 50 less 1,000, or 1,000 less 50, so what, 950 cards of Rosita. So that would bring me up to like 3,700 cards total, or I can use some from Mateo or even Rick. There's a lot of good options, like even Jackie. The only downside is it's such a small number of cards, so I also just might sit on them because there's nothing that I need to pick up right at this moment. Like Trader, just Trader and Alpha, when it's 20 cards, it's just so little that it doesn't seem worth it. Like when we go down here, there was that option to pick up 400 Trader cards in the black market not that long ago, so that's definitely what I did. I have all my Jason cards, just haven't leveled up Jason. I have extra Dr. Stevens cards. AJ I'm not interested in at all. I have one Mateo. Let's see, him as a 6-star. Still an active skill. Turn 1. Infection to 2. You know, with 2 of the 6 stars, that's not bad. Like, it's not great, of course, because it means there's 2 spots that could be taken up by one S-class tune, but it's still not a bad active skill, especially for something like Onslaught. Yeah, especially for Onslaught. Okay, so, unfortunately, there's not another war I can show you guys. Roadmap-wise, I could do this map, but I'm trying to save my rupees for potentially the future because of his treasure trove. I don't have Wayland. I don't have Jesse. I did end up pulling Cam. I already have a Dr. Stevens. I recently pulled Lydia off of this wheel. I already have a couple Mias. And I mentioned Wayland already. So my Dr. Stevens, by the way. So this is one of his weapons. So this is his natural weapon. 50% HP, 30% defense. His natural 3rd slot, and then team player 4 on the last slot, so that it gives more attack and crit chance to adjacent teammates. And my other option is an 8% AP weapon with fast healing and defense. So this is not ideal for Dr. Stevens with a huge bonus to AP when attacking, but the 8% helps because it helps me run a turn 1 attack team if I want. I just got my S-Class Rosita. Congrats! That's awesome, Donkey Puncher. HP set. So let me take a look at where's my Cam, because that's a Bide tune. I think my Cam's a 5-star, or did I get... No, I got him as a 6-star. So the reason why I like HP set for Bide tunes is because they have to take 2,000 damage in, so 2,000 stored damage, and then they'll deal 150% of the damage stored. So the more HP you have, the more times it can be triggered. The more defense you have, it's the less damage that you're going to take, which means you're losing less HP. But if you only have, say, like, let's say I leveled up my Cam a bit more and his base HP was 2,000. Well, if he's taking 2,000 HP, he's also dying. So you need the tune to have enough HP that you can trigger Bide often. And what's nice with his with his maxed rush, he regains 100% of his HP. So by regaining 100% of his HP, by having a higher number of HP, because Bide is flat damage, and it's a flat amount that it takes in, and being 2,000, HP set makes the most sense. My experience for war has been good. I wish that it was 8v8. It's just, I feel like a 6v6 Blitz war on a weekend just is a bad time for a lot of people. It's hard to get everyone in so that everyone can participate. And it gets annoying, you know? Like, I feel bad for some people. They weren't able to make milestones. And it's not their fault that they couldn't make milestones. There just wasn't enough time. And there's too many people who are, well, playing. Like, even in your own faction, if you have 30 people in your faction, you're competing with people in your faction to get on in order to get milestones. So, I just feel like there should be an alternative. Oh, not yet. Nope. Sure. So basically what I'm doing, I'm just trying as many ways as I can to earn some extra trophies, because I'm definitely going to be very close to that cutoff line, which is what I don't like. Oh, and this is what I'm mentioning. Like, look, we have I just got 17 solo trophies here. Like, what good is 17 solo trophies really doing me? But for a scout, it was something like 153, I think. So it's just a lot more for doing about the same amount of work. And we're just gonna auto that. Oh, unless I can't get in. Come on. Come on, give me a shot. There we go. So I'll just auto that. Yeah, 8v8 is best for the weekend. Absolutely, especially when you're in a 1A region, and that's kind of what you expect. If you're in a 1B region, then you're kind of set up for that, because all 1B regions are 6v6, I'm pretty sure. Actually, I don't want to put those guys in. I'm going to put these in. Cool. Oh, I can lay an attack here. Pair timer should have been 5 minutes. Yeah, I agree with that. You know, if it's only 2 minutes and 30 seconds to for cooldown time and for towers, like, it should definitely decrease also for rebuilding time. 170,000, I think, in war. I think I'll take a look in just a second. I will go and take a look. I didn't war a lot today. I was mainly stepping out so other people could get their milestones. But, 183,000. So, it was alright. I feel like I could have done better, but I'm still pretty happy with that. Now, I am excited to pull off of this. I'll have 45 more pulls, so I'll be 5 short of finishing the stash, but 45 more, that'll mean I'll open 9 more of these boxes. So, hold on, let me see. 9 more, 11, so 1,100 war tokens total, which is kind of nice, and I'm going to get most of the stuff in here. So I like that that's a continuous thing to open, and that through milestones you're able to get 10 pulls, you know. And over the 6 wars, that means everyone should be able to finish it if they do milestones every time. But these war tokens, you know what, it's not bad, the pulls you're doing. Actually, as long as you participate over the 6 wars, you'll be able to finish off a whole stash at least once. So that's pretty good. If we had moved up 1 spot, I could have opened the whole stash. They're going to be a stash and a bit ahead for everyone who hit that last milestone. Let's see what Dar was up to. Brucey had 149,000. Gods 121. Asian name 224. Asian name 110. Number 2 155. Sandwich 222, Ralph 128, Baiga 191, 179 for Dre, 111 for Asian name, Biohazard 100,000 for holidays, nice holiday, KO 201, Keepa 151, James Howlett 104, Nance 128, King 142, Brit 164, Brown Sugar 111, Jane 112, Josh 102, Ilka 204, Jacob 195, already asleep 157, I feel that. And then we go here, Big Debo 140, Burlsy 128, Dreddy 177, Link 183, MGK 100,000, Emin 115, Mongoose 104, Trip 105, Schmurdock 133, A 104, Tex 101, Darth Dan 111, Iceman 100, Gozo 132. So, I'm getting tired from reading all of that, which is why I'm not reading the rest of it. For now. Let's see, what else are you guys saying? You know you're in 1A or B, you're just not sure which one. 1A, it's alright. I was on for quite a bit, so I was hoping for a bit more. I knew I had to make up, because as I've mentioning, like, leagues, it's tough. Leagues is really tough right now. Like, there are so many good players. There's so many good players. Because everything just kind of narrows out as you go. So you're really competing with people. And it's hard competition. Like, let's take a look at the very bottom. We have 197 people in this league. And it's something like 70... Oh, I passed it. 78 of them are moving up. 78. And there's still a raid event. There is still arenas. And I think that might be it at the moment. Yes, the stash, based off of what the blog said, this stash will continue to, like, reset. Once you complete it, you can open it again. That was said on the blog. I'm not sure how long ago that was. And yeah, I like seeing everyone participating in the faction too. I know it's hard, as I mentioned, because, like, 6v6 wars, it's tough for everyone to get in. Did a couple months ago, mainly doing faction events, and that's pretty much it. I totally understand that. I'm trying to get to Diamond 3 so that I can get the Paragon mod. I think the Paragon mod would be something really interesting to have. I'm actually going to be doing a video on the Paragon mods. Well, the Paragon mod, but the different set of each of them soon. So, for those of you who don't know, there's an additional mod set that's coming in. There's only one released in this season, and that's the Paragon Lifesteal mod. And anyone who makes Diamond 3 can claim that mod, and it will come in whatever set you want it to. So crit, attack, HP, or defense. So I'm going to discuss, like, the pros and cons, I think, of the different types of those mods and what I would want to go for. Yeah, resetting of a stash I think is really awesome. It'll be interesting to see how it actually works. Like, I hope that the coding is good for it, basically. So right now I'm just claiming my basic tokens and stuff. Mostly going to be tunes that I'm going to change into trainers and weapons that I'm going to like break down. When I was upgrading my mods. Paragon was where when you were upgrading your mods? Hold on, let me take a look. Looks like I have quite a few things to upgrade. Hold on. Oh, I have 14 minutes left. Let me just... Sorry, guys. I forgot about this. Okay, awesome. Paragon mods were where? I don't see it being mentioned here. Oh, here. Yeah, so it has been added. Yep, so the only Paragon mod that's going to be added is the Lifesteal mod, and it'll come in whatever set you choose. Again, the difficulty with that is making sure that you choose the right, quote, the right one. Now, the Paragon Lifesteal mod is going to be interesting because you will actually get like 800 like heal a turn, so that's a flat amount, which is kind of interesting. I'm kind of excited to do a video on it to kind of explain my thoughts on each of the sets of mods and what I would probably go with and why. I still don't know if I'm going to be able to achieve that. Again, Diamond 3, it's a less than 1% chance of actually making it there based off of Scopely's original numbers. So yeah, on my list of things to go over in videos, like I'm going to do one on Paragon mods. I have my D-class, S-class survivors. I have some ability stuff that I want to go through. I've been requested to do a video about my Georgia and how I have her modded and her weapon and stuff. Just because she's such a tanky character. I know very few people have her, but I would still like to do a video on her. And I was actually thinking about doing a video comparing the 3 walk tunes that we've had. 6-star Lily, S-Class Steve, and S-Class Georgia. It's kind of interesting because I just kind of realized now that all 3 of those characters are strong characters. Like Lily was a disarming character. On her rush, I think it was 2 attacks, removed positive effects from the enemy, active skill stun. And then we had Steve, specialist skill fire starter, rush 2000 burn damage, active skill infection recovery. Georgia, specialist skill vitality, active skill remove focus, rush, I believe it confuses as well as applies bleed, and maybe a buff. So 3 very different strong tunes, but still all strong tunes in WOC, which I think is strange. Like I don't remember when strong was ever like the meta. So to see it as kind of like the meta, well, what walk is deemed as the meta or whatever, or your big walk prize, it's strange. But at the same time, I guess like we've kind of been milked out of blue gear since the start of S-Class tunes, because there's been Priya, there's been Princess, there's been Mercer, there's been Frost, there's been Wangfa. It's just blue gear after blue gear. Yes, let's get back to 8v8, please and thank you. Yep, I can show you my Georgia, the one I was requested to make a video on. I'll actually show you guys her now. She was the WOC 3 tune, so this character right here. So she's only tier 3 for me, but she has some pretty defensive stats. She holds up pretty well. Her attack stat is low. Rush, confuse, minus 50% attack as well. 1500 bleed, and then she regains 50% AP. Active skill, remove focus, gain bonus HP and AP. Specialist skill, as I mentioned, vitality. So based on how much AP she has, she'll regain HP. So this is the type of mod setup I have for her. I put on a bleed resist mod specifically for this war because of all the bleed towers. Now, again, I'm not exactly sure if you resisted one tower, if you would resist them all, because I know that didn't happen with Trader, but in the other stream that I did, that was what was happening with a S-Class Pete who had a bleed resist. But I'm not sure if he was just resisting it each time, like each individual bleed, he was just lucky and resisted them or not. Weapon-wise, this is what I run on her. I'll break it down a little bit more in the video so that people can find it a bit more easily. I know it can be difficult to kind of figure out like how to mod a character, what type of weapon to use on them, and why. So I'm hoping that with my videos and stuff, I'll be able to break things down for people so that even if you don't have that specific character, you'll understand the reasoning behind it, and the same methodology can be applied to other characters that you do have. You just got your S-Class Princess leveled up to tier 3, level 45. Nice, awesome work. I have to try and get into War of Champions when I can. One of those, yeah. Honestly, I have really enjoyed getting these WOC exclusive tunes. The first character, Lily, was not an exclusive tune, so I actually have one of her. And then for WOC 2, when I did qualify with my faction Twilight Princess, I was able to grind out 500,000 points and was able to get my S-Class Steve. And then this last war, my faction, the Mighty, at the time, we ended up coming in 7th. So I didn't need to grind to 500,000 points, but I still was able to. So 500,000 points was nice to get. I got to save some of my milestones because of our rank reward. And that was kind of nice because I got to save some blowtorches and some trainers and stuff. So it was all put to good use, basically. So, if you guys have any other questions about the game and stuff, feel free to ask away in the chat, in the chat section. I'm just kind of waiting the last 8 minutes until war is over to catch what the final scoreboard is. I'm pretty sure most people are probably done warring by now, but if not, like, just good to check at the end. Oh, GG all. next time. 8 B8. Yeah. Yeah, we'll see you guys later. So let's see. I think for this level up we should be pretty solid. This is the first time in a while I was able to put up all 3 million points. I was leveling up Willy a bit because I was trying to get, for the Rubik's Cube stuff. The Rubik's Cube stuff, it's funny to me that it costs 3,000 Rubik's Cubes to redeem 2 5-star Willys, and you get 2,950 of them back. So you're netting minus 50, and then you'll be spending an extra 6,000 if you want on his S-Class. And to me, a free S-Class, a free S-Class is a free S-Class. Like, the skull tokens are kind of nice because the skull stash has some useful items on it. A lot of tough gear, strong gear, Clementine cards, trainers, food. And then the second stash, I actually did a video on this to show you what was on the second stash. So, I hope you guys find that useful. Yes, it was Steve. Hold on, I'll bring up Steve actually. He's right here. We'll look at him when he's maxed out. Rush, 2,000 burn damage. 4 turns, all enemies get minus 20% AP. Adjacent enemies, sorry. Active skill, recover infection and bonus HP. Specialist skill, fire starter. Weapon, I do like his weapon a lot. He is like the only toon that makes a second attack with 400% damage. Everyone else, it's like 150%, 175%, 200%, but 400% is quite high. So that makes him pretty unique, and that's why I sometimes use him, as well as even Marlin and Rosie, in Onslaught. Against some very specific teams, mind you. On the plus side to all of this, I was having an issue with world energy cans, and now I have 75. My raid energy cans, I'm down, I think 7 from when I started, so not too bummed out about that. Don't have many survival energy cans or territory, have tons of hordes and tons of war refills at the moment. I think this is the first war in like maybe 2 years that I've ended up ahead on cans, so that was kind of interesting. That's kind of lucky. Get a team with him on with great synergy. Yeah, team synergy is so important, and it's so difficult to find sometimes. Each toon has to perform a very specific role. Like this team that you're seeing me with at the moment, this is a team that works well against defensive teams that taunt you on turn 2, because you can active focus yourself with Ivan Nova's active skill, and if you're focused and have attack up when taunted, you can use a toon as simple as Alpha, Sean, other toons that do area damage like Davy, to wipe out a whole mass of toons on the opponent's team. Yeah, the cans. Survival road cans, I feel like they're always so expensive. They're always so difficult to acquire. They're hardly ever part of events as much as, raid cans, war cans, world energy cans and stuff. Like, even if I do scavenger missions, I can get a raid can, world energy can, as well as a war tin. So, I can't get hordes, I can't get territory, I can't get survival road ones from that. Or maybe no I can't, but they do appear in the supply depot now. Okay, so right after this match, we're just going to go and take a look at that scoreboard from War, and then I'll be signing off because there shouldn't be that much more to look at, really. Unless, I guess, you guys wanted to see how I went about raiding some people in my region. And I guess I can kind of talk through, like, what I see when I go about attacking. I know I didn't do as much of that during my actual warring. And part of that's just because it can be difficult to concentrate and focus on what's going on in front of you while also giving correct information to everyone else. My team I'm using S-Class Princesses Diego, Lead, Priya, Amber, and Command Glenn. Nice Very nice team. I really like using Diego. He's part of my anti-angel team. He's been an important part of my team actually for a while now. And oof, looks like I'm 11 minutes out from my first free energy, so I probably won't catch it on this live stream because I do plan on signing off before that. So maybe another time. But we will take a look at the war leaderboard. Dar is in first, Biohazard second, Surprise Mofo's third, Lethal Infection fourth, Mayhem fifth, XT, which I think is Zenthia Tsunami 6, Nightmare 7, Wrecking Crew 8, iZombies 9, Latana del Tigre 10, Nemesis 11, All Jokers 12, Winter is Coming 13, Fiddler's Green 14, Clementine Empire 15, Les Vagabonds 16, Nightwatch 17, Memento Mori 18, Rise from Ashes 19, Les Midons 20, La Brigada Phantasma 21, Necrophiliacs 22, Afterlife 23, NRV 24, Suicide Squad 25, Fury Power 26, Lone Wolves 27, Vanguard 28, Undead Monkeys 29, and Laughing Coffins 30. Anyway, thank you everyone for tuning into my stream. I hope you guys found the war to be kind of interesting, at least for you guys. So, yeah, thank you everyone. Hopefully I can do another stream soon.